announced that the Justice Department has secured felony guilty pleas from the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, Binance.
Actually, it's Binance.
Binance.
Binance. Largest virtual.
Binance.
Binance. And let me be clear. It's Binance.
Binance.
Binance. Council has discussed crypto regulations and legislations at length, and we have come to the conclusion that instead of regulating, we are going to ape a fat bag each into laptop and pump it to over $1,300,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 market cap. Let's fucking go, crackheads.
Of the crypto morning coffee. I got my coffee locked and loaded, ready to go, because crypto is under attack and we have to talk about it. It is a developing situation, so we do not really have all the facts. It's spreading like wildfire on Twitter right now, or on X right now, and we will look at it, but it could be the reason of what happened with the crypto crash that we experienced over the last 2 weeks or so. And let's take a good look together into what's happening. So good morning to each and every one of you. Going here directly into crypto, we do see that Bitcoin has bounced quite some bit. We do see we are sitting at roughly 87,000 right now. We have wicked all the way down to 80,000. In my book, before we go even into what's going on right now, that is still, with considering those wicks, a higher low currently. There is still 1 week open where we could go back over critical support at 92,000. It's a very interesting game that is being played right now. Let's go into what's going on. So someone posted this, or Mario Nafal, he posted this here, and it has to do with something else. Let's see. The real reason behind the October 10 crypto crash is finally out. It wasn't random. On the same evening the crash began, MSCI quietly released a consultation saying companies holding 50% of their assets in Bitcoin could be excluded from MSCI global indexes. So all these MSCI World, MSCI, I don't know what, dividend yield company, whatever, right? That puts Bitcoin heavy firms, especially MicroStrategy, at risk of forced selling by index funds. In a fragile market, Trump tariffs, weak Nasdaq, heavy leverage, this new structural risk triggered panic and liquidation that formed the October 10 collapse. Then JP Morgan amplified the fear with a bearish note days later, right as Bitcoin and MSTR were already weak. So MicroStrategy, right? Classic Wall Street timing. Saylor responded saying MicroStrategy is not a fund but an operating company with ongoing software revenue and new Bitcoin-backed credit products, pushing back against MSCI's framing. MSCI's final decision comes only January 15, 2026, so volatility may persist, but nothing changes Bitcoin's long-term adoption. The October 10 crash wasn't fundamental breakdown. It was a technical panic created by unexpected index risk in a stressed market. Fear creates opportunity. So, on top of that, we do have this drama surrounding JP Morgan and MicroStrategy now. Max Kaiser drops the next bombshell. There are unconfirmed rumors that JP Morgan allegedly holds a huge short position on MicroStrategy. So we just saw that in this other situation, JP Morgan issued a negative note. So large that a 50% pump above Friday's closing price could cause existential problems for the bank. Okay, but also on the other side, like we have this MSCI topic there with a potential delisting from all these indexes. And at the same time, JP Morgan has allegedly a short position up on MicroStrategy. What is it, like a month and a half before this decision gets final, right? So at the same time, Bitcoin accounts are reporting that more and more customers are allegedly closing their JP Morgan accounts after rumors of targeted attack on MicroStrategy holders. What now? GME GameStop vibes 2.0. The market smells blood. Bitcoin maxis are tuning up the volume to 100. If this is true, massive coordinated, uncoordinated short squeeze could be looming. And the irony would be perfect. One of the world's largest banks crushed by a Bitcoin company it has mocked for years. So this is what's going on right now on crypto Twitter. This is the original tweet where Max Kaiser just posted in unconfirmed JP Morgan appears to have an existentially threatening short. Now, we will see how this situation develops. Probably all sides are coming out and either confirming, denying, or changing. Of course, JP Morgan also can close the short position. But if they know about the likelihood of the delisting of the MSCI indexes, then this short position will remain open. So far, so good. What do you guys think about this? Because this is potentially a very explosive drama that can push price either direction. And if we're looking at it from a weekly perspective, it's not that strong, right? The week is not that strong. It's where where the other week closed. We will see how price action goes. Having a deep sip of coffee here. Now, quickly, right? For me, staying on a week. For me, that would mean that this was an intentional push, somewhat an attack, right? From here to here. Breaking the 50-week moving average is usually a bear market signal, but then again, Bitcoin in every cycle does something different and breaks some paradigm. For example, here, right, last bear market, we had the situation here where basically we did start falling under the 200-week moving average, right? And there was also, this has never happened before. It did, see, right here, it's on it. Here, it just wicked below it, but it opened, closed, whatever, everything above it, right? Acts as support. And here, we lost the support and reclaimed it, right? So why are we assuming that we can't reclaim this support, right? Why is this a set in stone rule, but the other isn't, right? So everything can happen, in my opinion. We can bounce back very, very drastically, sharply here, and reclaim everything, right? Including a bull market support band. It can happen. I'm not saying it is, but we are sitting nicely on support here. And that support is a long neckline from our previous inverse head and shoulders. It's basically flipping this overhead resistance into support that happened here. It would be not really cool if we would lose this for good, right? So let's see. But first of all, let's see your opinion. Let's see your comments. We do have a lot of rare hodlers in the house. Smash up the like button. 20 people watching. Good morning to each and every one of you. We do see Adam. Good morning. We do see Trucking Hank. Good morning to you. Troy Paris is here. Hello, PH. Hello, Green Friends. Exactly. Sounds great. Yeah, more or less, right? Good morning also to G Money. I think I have all the rare hodlers here. We also say good morning to each and every to everyone else. Duck and cover, long time no see. Everyone heard about self custody, so they are selling their Bitcoin for Omi. That's what I think. Yeah, maybe. As well as Chris Klein, good morning, sir. Glad and grateful to be able to catch the stream. Love this show. Thank you very much. And thanks for sharing as well. So, let's continue a little bit with a crypto news, breaking news. Bitcoin hash price has collapsed also to all-time lows, down over 50% in the weeks where BTC is so low. This is much worse than even 2021 China ban or 2022 bear market. Miners are now hemorrhaging cash, which means forced selling and shutdowns are imminent. Yeah, that is interesting, right? The price is not that sustainable for miners right now, so they are going to undergo the usual restructuring in the hash pricing. So that is whenever the electricity price or the cost of mining is so high that it is not worth to keep the miners online anymore. So they're shutting down. If they do have cash reserves, they can buy now with cash instead of mining, which sometimes happens. And then the ones that don't have cash, they go out of business after a while, right? But that's normal. Unprofitable companies are dying in that space. Yeah. Then we have this claim. It's also interesting. So this guy apparently has a source somewhere close to the Fed or someone who is extremely good at predicting. So on November 21st, he said, a source has confirmed that several senior banking executives have called Fed Chair Jerome Powell today to express grave concerns about the potentially disastrous trajectory of Japanese monetary policy and the need for an early rate cut and a return to large-scale QE. Let's talk about this because it is very, very true. So right now, as we speak, and in the last month, even in the last year, we have seen that the carry trade in Japan is unwinding. We have on Friday, I think, on Crypto Morning Coffee, we have discussed this a little bit deeper with a post that goes deep into what's happening there, and basically the unwind of the carry trade has a ripple effect into the world economy that goes along with quantitative tightening, as there was basically free money generation in that carry trade that dries up now for the entire world, especially for the US, right? So technically the Japanese central bank rate hiking and the monetary policy in Japan increases quantitative tightening in the world without quantitative tightening being visible in any central bank balance sheet or anywhere around the world, right? So that only one of many effects that policy has over there, right? So then he says, this was 100% serious. My source called the rate cut pivot a day before they sent out the dovish commentary. He has gotten everything right over the last 2 years. He is saying now that 25 basis point is now a lock. So we are definitely getting it, he says, in December. But Miran is leading an internal discussion about 50 basis point. Watch this. So let's see. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. That would, of course, push gold price more. Yeah, we know. So this CME watch tool currently prices in, or the market currently is looking at a cut again, right? We see how it changed from no expectation for a cut back to we're definitely getting a cut here. a 25 basis point cut is now rated at 71%, and that even though we don't really have that economic data yet. So it might be that Japanese situation forces the Fed to cut rates, and then disaster is looming if the inflation rate doesn't behave as people want it to, right? So that's definitely an issue. Now, let's quickly check out the following, right? So this is the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is down 5%, right? 5%. So it's not like that we are in massive economic crash. How's the Dow Jones? What's the ticker of Dow Jones? The Dow. Is it that? The Dow Wall Street Cash. What is the ticker of was it DWX? DJX? What the heck was the ticker of Dow Jones? Let me quickly find out here. Dow Jones ticker. Because DJI, that was it. DJI. DJI. There we go. So the Dow Jones has also somewhat locally peaked and went to bull market support band, also 5.7%, right? Now, how often does this happen, right? How often does stuff like this happen? Stock market decline, 1% happens 50 to 60 times in a year, no one cares, right? 3% drop is 7 to 8 times a year, 5% drop 3 to 4 times a year. Now, this is where we are. 10% drop doesn't happen every year, but roughly every year. 15% drops every 2 years, 20% drops every 3.5 years, 25% drops every 5 to 7 years. So that's the S&P 500 average since 1928. We do have discussions about getting a bigger drop out of market, right? Because of the supposed alleged AI bubble, which I definitely see. I definitely see the AI bubble being a problem, because Nvidia is trading 65 times above their profitable return in valuation. So basically everyone's paying like $65 for $1 profit in Nvidia at the moment. This can, in my opinion, not be sustainable unless Nvidia is starting to make much, much more profit. So the question is, are we looking at some point at the deeper market crash, right? And the answer is yes, but no one knows when, right? So all the crash profits are coming out because of Bitcoin going nuts and down and so on. Bitcoin has tendency to front run problems in the tech sector. Will we get a drawdown to moving averages, right? 20% drawdown out of the Dow Jones would be absolutely nuts. I mean, that's a full-fledged economic crisis, right? But still, it can happen, right? The question is when this meltdown happens, not if. But what I would be careful is to always say, just because everything points in the direction that at some point a bubble bursts, it can still go, I don't know how many percent, we can still go to like Dow Jones breaching 50,000 and so on before any more crisis starts, right? That can still be a massive bull market before, and that's really what I'm curious here, because just to recap, I said in the last stream also, hey, we can this is a higher low currently, right? So we can easily go back, and then there's two scenarios for me for a bounce, and we're likely to get a bounce because of Santa rally and so on, right? So the easiest scenario is a bounce back to what is that, to 102,000 or so, reclaiming even 100,000, and then get a dead cat bounce here. That is the bearish scenario, in my opinion, for a bounce scenario. And the positive one is we go to a new all-time high, right? Or we even here, and then people will talk about the double top and blah, blah. But this would be the worst case scenario in Bitcoin because of head and shoulders, bam, right? And then the target for that drawdown, if it would be happening, is, in my opinion, from here all the way down to this 200-week moving average at 56,000 roughly right now, if it would be happening right now, of course, but it's upward sloping, so should be 60,000 or so then as an absolute bottom. My opinion. We do though have a lot of bottoming signals, right? And that would be the short-term holder supply in profit loss is the lowest ever. 99% are underwater. So just as a reminder, in the COVID crash, only 92% were in a loss at 3,850 Bitcoin. Sorry, what time frame is this? Which one exactly? The this year? If we were to get a head and shoulder, I don't know, man. It's like that would be like the shoulder top would be like in January if it would be happening like this. Or what are you talking? Like which of the charts you're talking about with the time frame? I'm happy to answer it though. And then you would go down, and then you would crash down, and that would be like, I don't know, April, May or so, something like that. That would be the timing for a dead cat bounce. So this would be all December into January, something like that. If it would play out like this, right? I mean, you could even say, and I mean, we saw it here, right? So last bull market, I remember it clear as day. We saw something like this, right? Only that this shoulder was huge and this shoulder was super small, right? But it was like we came up here and we had that shoulder was like 100 days large, right? So what would that be, like 3 months or so? I mean, yeah, it would fit. It would fit. Tell something about Omi, bro. Yes. We're getting to it. We will. We have talked about Omi last stream as well. No worries. Quickly though, the reason why there's no sense in talking a whole stream about Ecomi, in my opinion, because if the macro isn't right, we can do whatever we want in Omi, right? So huge Bitcoin bottom signal. Exchange outflows just printed one of the largest spikes in history. Every major outflow event on this chart marked the start of a huge leg up, okay? So let's see, the highest outflows here. Okay, maybe. I mean, in this case, I have to disagree because this marked the end of the bull run, this outflow. But here is correct. Here it's just before the bear market bottom. So you can't really claim exactly that, but it's more on a drawdown than anything else. Big AMA with Dr. Profit today. Sounds good. Now, there's a rumor that drives everyone that as long as Bitcoin, the rumor is that MicroStrategy could be failing and so on, right? And go down and die and whatever, right? So let's listen quickly to Saylor addressing this point.
Bitcoin's appreciating about 50% a year for the past 5 years. We expect it'll appreciate about 30% a year for the next 20 years. And we offer these credit instruments that pay about 10% dividend yield in the form of a return on capital dividends. And so it's a pretty strong business model. If you want to work out the math, as long as Bitcoin goes up 1.25% a year, the company can pay the dividend forever and create more shareholder value. If Bitcoin stops going up 0% forever, we got about 80 years to figure out what we're going to do about that.
Okay, so if Bitcoin would go up only 1.25% a year, I think then we have reached like a huge level of maturity. But basically, Saylor is saying that if Bitcoin only goes up 1.25% a year, they can pay their dividends. If it doesn't, they have 80 years to figure out what to do next, so that's more than enough time. Apparently, if he would put out false statements in his position on TV like that about a stock, that would be a felony. So I'm inclined to believe him here. So Sailor's walking the plank, PH. It's gonna be a bad ending for the skipper. Let's see. We will see. Because I think we would need 90% drawdown or so for liquidation in MicroStrategy. But to be honest, like, the funny thing is, I'm not even scared of that, because if MicroStrategy gets washed out, then we will have a very, very big and brutal bear market. But people will pick up the pieces of Bitcoin and will get a chance to accumulate, because he has almost 4% of the entire Bitcoin supply in his locked into his company, right? So it would be if he crashes, back to the people. If not, then not, right? Just doing the rundown here before we go to altcoins and Ecomi. We do have entities with a balance more than 1,000 Bitcoin accumulating heavily right now at this price. You see it here, right? Heavily. We do have the Bitcoin RSI on bounce level. We only have that basically every 4 years or so. This is only the 6th time that this happens. An RSI so low on the weekly. So for me, that's good buying opportunity, right? Then this is also very interesting in my opinion. The commodity floor value model, okay, estimated production cost per coin. So for Bitcoin, that's right now roughly $70,000. It might be a little bit less because there are miners connected to infinite energy, in the sense of some are just taking excess energy of energy that that like nuclear, right? So TerraWolf, I think they have nuclear energy where the cost is significantly lower than this, as well as El Salvador with the Vulcan miners and so on. But there's always a cost attached to it, right? So that cost-based model basically drives Bitcoin, because we do see the closer you come to this, the more miners are shutting off, right? So we see this miner shutdown right now. Here's the cost basis. It's the line currently sits at 70,000. So Bitcoin finds support on this, right? Usually. So the lowest that we would see Bitcoin to go in the immediate, and then obviously, yes, you can wick below, it doesn't matter, right? But 70,000 is that line. It coincides with having a 60,000 absolute bottom 200-week moving average, right? So that's where we would go. Does it really shock anyone? I don't think so, right? This is not just on-chain data. This is a cost of production model. Really cool stuff. Anyways, just a friendly reminder here from the doc. I had to have a good laugh on this because of the aggressiveness of the stick. But here you go. I think everything's explained now, right? I love how aggressive the, the thing is at the bull run part. But okay, everything's explained now. We will see if it is all right. But I would have loved if school was like this, right? I mean, just tap on the obvious. It's like, hey man, are you are you stupid? Anyways, that is there's where we are. Just for Stu, yes, gold is still up. Yeah, yes, gold is still up. Gold is still like highest volume ever recorded in history. $4,056. Opening TSI, boom, rally. So that means everyone's scared. Everyone is scared the fuck out. And once gold is like this, definitely definitely altcoins are wrecked as long as this happens, right? So which brings me directly to, I mean, there are 50,000 other things that I could look at today, but I won't. So yeah, altcoins down 15%, blood everywhere. We do see, though, today we have a small recovery in altcoins, over 1 to 10% depending on altcoin. That is fine. We do have altcoins on the week deep in the red, right? So what's my take on this? If there are altcoins that are worth buying, right? And I have exited one position in this drawdown even, but in profit. I've shared it in the Telegram group. If you want to be part of that Telegram group, then you can become a rare hodler just as the others here, right? By the way, good morning, Green Lantern. Yeah, there's only one tier to subscribe to the channel. Go ahead if you want to. Yeah, so everything else, assuming there's going to be an altcoin season at some point, then we are having massive discounts to buy. Okay? Now, what about Ecomi? So let's look at Ecomi, and we do see there are massive swings on Ecomi, right? This is the monthly view. Let's check out the weekly. There we go, right? We have found a new low. And apparently, we also found some whales that were willing to buy this low, right? And from that low, it's a trader's paradise, right? From that low, we have bounced back 140%. But we're still, and this is what the monthly shows best, we are still on a downwards trajectory. Once we left this wedge here, we basically now have wild direction issues, basically, right? So where do we want to go? We want to go up, down, right? So we didn't see a significant monthly significant bottoming structure just yet, but we could see something like that here, right? We don't know. Yeah, I'm waiting for something that looks like, oh, here's head, shoulder, right? Something like that brings us close to the cusp of of breakout. But what I am missing for that is like this sideways turn in gold. I mean, it might be beginning right now. The news situation, though, is amazing for VeVe. We do have the announcement of their own chain we do have VeVe going to trade shows. We do have the Omi to gem with 7% burn rate. We do have massive brands dropping on VeVe. So I think VeVe is doing everything right. Yeah. Here, I think they can't really do anything more than that. So definitely, in all these altcoins, I would say Ecomi has become much more attractive right now, because compared to many other projects that actually doing great work, right? So if you're looking here, so Ecomi is like place 349. Sorry, I wanted to look at the data of Ecomi here with a $68 million market cap. Only down, you have to say, only down 24% on the year, but obviously drawdown was massive during the bear market and even during the bull market, right? I reached my 50 million Omi goal. Wow, congratulations to you. And I have to say that's basically, I think what's missing now is only really, I mean, we have this exchange, right? So Kraken, and by the way, Kraken also had a bigger IPO news, right? So Kraken has this US IPO news and so on. So that is really a massive deal, right? So VeVe, so we put it on this side, right? So they have Kraken listing. They have the Web3 approach at least announced. We will see this, the chain, right? So collector chain. Okay, so this is happening, right? Happening now. We will see in January or somewhere. There's stuff coming out, right? Influencer marketing. Okay, we'll see. Omi and VeVeverse. I think that has been confirmed, right? But it's not yet implemented. Solve app issues. I mean, the app still has a couple of issues. I think I will leave it here. And then the roadmap, right? So but this doesn't matter right now so much. It's more like once everything's pumping, they need to bring the roadmap, right? So there are a couple of things, but I think that Omi is not a shitcoin anymore, because now there's real utility to it. And if you would see it on Stacker, you go to Stacker. Right now, you can basically buy at massive discount via Stacker, because many items are listed like 30% under floor in Omi tokens. So that is real utility now, in the sense that, hey, I can buy this token, I can buy a digital license collectibles with it, and I can cash out via it, and it has a burn mechanic making it more scarce in the process, right? So I think we are really at the point where we can say, hey, now we do have a coin with actual fundamentals here, right? So yeah, that is my statement. That said, looking at so Coca-Cola is still launching on VeVe, right? They have the showroom VeVeverse, which is cool. Then they have another Darth Vader burn event, it seems. So you can take a Vader and then spend 10 gems and make it a Samurai Vader. I don't know if this crafting 10 gems constant serve basis 23rd of November. Oh, okay, so that was yesterday. Your craft is valid and you will not be required to burn anything retroactively. Okay, so I don't know what happened, but some bug probably. So on 29th, they're dropping Ninja Turtle. It's also really good. Michelangelo Classic. I don't know if there are variants. It doesn't look like it. Or is there any chase variant to this? 40 gems. Is this the first Ninja? Oh, there is. Michelangelo Classic Special Edition. Interesting. So this, you click the link, you get directly thrown to where you do it. If I go on this, does it show the details? How many are there of this editions? Oh, there you go. Rarity. Oh, only 77 edition of this thing in circulation. That's an absolute chase drop here, right? So you can get this ultra rare, but then there are 3,000 of this version. There you go. Okay, interesting. Let me quickly see something here. Coming soon. Yeah, I definitely have to get back in the game of taking part in some drops. Like what is this? What is the Spidey doing? A really nice secret rare. Like only 42 secret rares. That is a cool one. When is this coming? In one day. Now that might be something for me. That might be something for me. But I'm like all these news about VeVe, Ecomi, it makes me way more positive. Oh, what is this? Can I still do it? I don't know. Let's see. Are there any remaining editions? Oh yeah, there are 1,000 remaining editions, so I can. But are you losing the Vader in the turn for crafting the samurai? Like, is the Vader burned? Select item. Oh yeah, it's burned. It's burned in the process. I don't really want to burn my Vader, and I feel like people but what is the floor price of Vader? Probably went up by this, right? But there are like 7,000 Vaders, so on the other side. Dark Lord. Let's see. Oh, it went up to 38 gems. That's pretty good. Lots of cool news for VeVe, but still want more marketing and consistently. Stacker still needs some tweaking. I hope gets locked in soon. Did you see the new influencer of VeVe? I did not. Who is the new influencer of VeVe? Who is it? I did not see that. Checking out the market here a little bit. What the heck? What is this picture? Oh, the green truck. They dropped the green truck. I didn't see that as well. No, it's you. No, lol. Okay, I don't know. Trucking Hank is not the new. I like how you still love the SR comics on VeVe. I do. I fucking love. I love SR comics. Let's see how much you can get the cheap. Probably I'm going to give myself an SR comic for the. Let's get rid of this. I don't know why the market doesn't do what I want. Can I see the comics? There you go. And then we go by. Wait a second, can't I just secret rare or something like that? What is the cost of this these days? 69. And this 70. Secret rares are super expensive. These things went for like $20 a couple of yeah, this look this one here. This is $20. Oh, you can see that. There you go. The guy has a huge YouTube following. What's the name? What's the name of this guy? Look, but for example, I'm definitely going to scoop up one of these here. I think like one of those comics. All these coins. I have this one. This is what I mean. Like, I hate when this happens. Why can't I look at this comic, right? There you go. 110. I bought this thing for like 30 gems or so. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. That's a weird cover. That one is also nice. I mean, is there a way inside VeVe where I can just see the secret rare comics? There's only series filters, right? I can't say show only secret rare. I just browsing secret rare. There's like, wow, I knew that this one would be expensive. Spider-Gwen. How much is the 725? Okay. The big fat ones, the valuable ones. This one has gone up. This one almost doubled. This one was like 800 or so. Which price targets do you have? Because we are now in the end of this bull run. Says who? I mean, if we are now in the end of the bull run, then there was no bull run. If you're looking at everything except Bitcoin, there wasn't really a bull run. I mean, prices haven't even taken out all-time highs in like 97% of all altcoins, and also not in the in VeVe, right? The suspense is killing me. Exactly. Is it Jake Paul? I mean, for me, so first of all, for me, it's not really worth like, oh, I bought, I don't know, I bought this comic and then like I'm now selling it at 20% gain or 30% gain or whatever, right? Or even in a loss. For me, that would be, hey, the money that I put in VeVe, I can hold long term, right? And the longer this goes, the more scarce. By the way, what are these OnlyFans covers? Like, holy shit. The longer it goes, the more scarce probably these secret rare comics will be. As I mean, there are more of them, but this one only has a common, but on those, let me go into my collection. I'm trying to get my thought here. So on those secret rare comics, Like, for example, there are the ones that here. This is my comic collection. Like, in that I can filter. This is funny, right? I can filter for stuff in my own collection, but I can't do it on the market. Okay, I don't have that many secret rares, to be honest. I mean, wait a second. How can I apply this filter? How can I apply this filter? It's like I can't really apply this filter. But anyways, like here, stuff like this, right? This comic, there's like 2 listings for Omi and none for gems. So according to this, the current floor price is 830,000 Omis, which is, I don't know what that is, to be honest. Yeah. Check out my collectibles page. Okay. But anyways, like what I wanted to say, sorry for the brain lag. What I wanted to say is that this comic, I don't know why it brings me here though. This comic is only 40 editions, right? Where's my, oh, it went all the way here. It only has 40 editions. So the longer this is on the market, the more it settles in, like who really wants to own and have this, and the more scarce it gets, right? So right now we already see this. There are 2 offerings, one for 2.5 million, one for 830,000 Omi, none for gems, right? So people are going to actively ask for this stuff. So I'm not under pressure here. I'm just waiting until this whole cycle comes back. People have money to spend, and then we will see, right? And what I want to keep and what I want to sell. But be assured that this stupid cover here, which looks really nice, this waifu here, right? I will not let go for anything else than like big fat money. Okay, my collectibles page. Yeah, I'm getting there. My collectibles. Let's see. Oh, here's a welcome to our new partner, New Rockstars. This is the one, right? New Rockstars. Someone else mentioned that on Friday, though. Yeah. Check out the awesome vid. Join the entire VeVe team welcoming our newest partner, New Rockstars, to VeVe community. Subscribe to the channel. Let's see what they. One second here. Let's see what they.
Welcome.
Let's see what they did for it. Spider-Man, Mayday, Toby and Doomsday, Sadie and Secret Wars, all connects. 4.3 million subscribers on YouTube. Let me see quickly. Okay, there we go. How do I? Okay. Yeah. Anyways. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Is there any like obvious? Oh, there we go. Let's see.
Before your collectibles shelf becomes too crowded or too cluttered and you have to make the heartbreaking choice of what gets put in the box. Unless they're digital. The cloud's never going to be so crowded that you can't have all your faves in your pocket at all times. Whether you're a die-hard fan, a passionate collector, or new to the world of collecting, VeVe is your gateway to premium officially licensed 3D digital collectibles and comics from the biggest brands on the planet. VeVe is a collectible app where you can buy, sell, and showcase stunning 3D models, artworks, and fully readable digital Marvel comics. It was built by collectors for collectors collectors. VeVe partnered with Marvel, Disney, Star Wars, and a ton more to bring you the best officially licensed digital collectibles. Join your first drop in the store or browse the market. VeVe lets you be part of a thriving global digital collector community with a built-in marketplace for collectible resale.
Where's my face on this?
You can show off your collection and your
Ooh, I love that they show the AR comic here.
VeVe showroom, or use AR to bring your collection into the real world. We really loved Fantastic Four First Steps, and so when we had the chance to grab this Human Torch, we leapt at the opportunity. And then we were like, yeah, okay, but who's he gonna fight? And so of course, we went for this awesome Galactus diorama too. VeVe makes it easy to get started. Use my link or QR code and receive 10 free gems. Download the app, sign up, join your first drop in the store, or browse the market. So I think we gotta return to our list of possible characters that Sadie Sink could be playing.
Okay, so this is basically like VeVe gives this guy some affiliate stuff, and yeah, they put the link in here. So let's see. They have 143,000 views on this. If anything, it just makes me believe even more. Okay, so people are talking about the content, but welcome to VeVe. Love collecting on VeVe. VeVe sure is future of collecting. What a dope collaboration. There's a ton of promo pics. Let's go VeVe. VeVe is the best. I love VeVe, very good. See how Don Juan Solo, Chris VeVe Reise, on they are all, this is all the German VeVe degenerates here, these guys. Shout out to VeVe. Let's go VeVe. Oh, there's Seb. There's Energy. Wow, found you today via VeVe. VeVe fam has arrived. Big love for VeVe. Calling it now Fantastic Four. Blah, love Marvel. So yeah, a lot of people for VeVe there. You see all these profile pics of familiar faces. It's looking good. It's looking good, guys. Anyways, make sure to smash up the like button now. Subscribe to the channel. Very important. And we will cover more things in short. There will be one more traveling this week, so this week will be a little bit scarce also on Crypto Morning Coffee. Nonetheless, I will do whatever I can. Make sure to be subscribed, notifications on for that. Smash like button until you can't anymore, because you can. And wherever you are on the world, have a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon. I see you in the next video or live stream. Have a good one, and bye.